This is the third in the series of short videos about how to be more mindful at work. In this video, we're going to talk about nonverbal mindfulness. So it's really important to pay attention to our body language and our facial expressions, because that can affect our experience of working and also other people's experience of working with us. So if you're new here, welcome, and please do subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Nonverbal communication makes up 55% of our communication style. This means that it's really important to pay attention to not only what we are saying, but how we are saying it. Our body language, our tone of voice, and our facial expressions can all affect our experience of working and also other people's experience of working with us. A lot of the time when we think about mindfulness, we think about our breathing, noticing our thoughts, noticing our feelings and allowing them to pass like clouds in the sky. But actually, mindfulness is much more than just focusing on our breath. It's also being aware of our body. You may have experienced this before where you feel yourself getting tense in your shoulders, or maybe you get a headache when you're feeling stressed. Or perhaps you know that if you go for a walk, then you often feel better afterwards. So these are examples of how our body can affect our experience of the world. And sometimes we can even use our body to help us to calm down. If you haven't already done so, please pause the video now and write down 3 things that you notice in your body when you are feeling very busy or stressed at work. And don't forget to share your answer in the comments below. So what we're doing here is trying to build up an awareness of our body so that we can start to notice what works for us and what doesn't work for us. Maybe you find that you clench your jaw, or you cross your arms, or you get a tight chest. It might even be something that you don't feel but that you can see in yourself, such as you look down or you roll your eyes. So whatever it is, make a note of it. Now, when we're very busy, our stress levels rise and adrenaline pumps into our body to help us cope. This can cause us to speed up and become more reactive and less intentional about what we're doing. So this is when having some awareness in our body can help us. So the next time you feel very busy, try out one of the strategies that you've written down. Maybe you could take a few deep breaths or stretch your arms above your head, or you could go for a quick walk outside. Whatever you decide to do, see how it affects you and if it helps. It can also be helpful to ask a friend or colleague for feedback on your body language. Maybe they've noticed when you speak to them you look down, or maybe they notice that you always cross your arms. This is useful because it gives us information about how other people experience interacting with us. Now, I am aware that some cultures it's more common to keep your eyes down or not have lots of eye contact. So please do bear that in mind. However, in general, it's good to be aware of our body language because it will affect how other people view us. Research by Harvard University found that 80% of the message we send is made up of nonverbal communication. This includes our tone of voice, facial expressions, and body language. So this is why it's important to pay attention to how we're coming across. If someone asks us for feedback and we respond in a very negative way, or we say no in a rude tone of voice, then that can damage our relationship with that person. But if we respond in a respectful tone of voice, even if we still say no, then we're more likely to maintain a positive relationship. Now, I read an article recently by someone who was describing her experience of working with a difficult colleague. She said that he would sigh loudly after she spoke, shake his head and roll his eyes. He would also click his tongue and look away when she entered a room. So, although he didn't say anything, his body language made it clear that he didn't respect her. His facial expressions and his tone of voice were not positive, and this would make anyone feel undervalued and demotivated. So it's important to be aware of this. As well as our body language affecting how other people view us, it can also affect how we view ourselves. For example, if we're feeling down or depressed, we might slump in our seat and cross our arms, and doing this regularly can actually reinforce those negative feelings. This is known as embodied cognition. Embodied cognition is the idea that our body and our mind are interconnected. Our physical experiences affect our thinking, and vice versa. For example, If we feel very anxious, our breathing starts to speed up, and our heart rate goes faster. If we feel happy, we smile and laugh. If we feel sad, we might cry. If we feel angry, we might clench our fists. So our body and our mind are interconnected and affect each other. So this is why practicing mindfulness in our body can help to improve our mood. When we focus on our breathing, stretch our body, or move our body, we're changing how we feel inside. And taking a break from our work and doing something different can help us to feel refreshed and re-energized. So the next time you're feeling low, write down 2 things you can do that will help lift your mood. And remember to share your answers in the comments below. For me, I find walking outside and stretching my body helps. I used to think that mindfulness was just about sitting in meditation and focusing on my breathing. However, since learning more about mindfulness, I now realize it's much more than that. Mindfulness is about being present in every moment. It's being aware of what's happening in my body and my mind and accepting it without judgment. Sometimes this will be while sitting in meditation and focusing on my breath, and sometimes it will be through focusing on my body or stretching or moving. So now let's do a short body scan to bring our attention to our body. Start by bringing one hand to your stomach and one hand over your heart. Notice any sensations in your body right now. Perhaps there's pressure from your clothes or the chair, or maybe you can feel the blood flowing through your veins. Just notice what's there without trying to change it. Now, bring your hands down to your sides. Notice the sensations in your arms and your legs. Feel the soles of your feet pressing into the floor. Take a few deep breaths and allow your body to relax. And finally, bring your attention to your head. Notice any tension in your jaw or your eyes. Relax your shoulders and allow any thoughts to float past like clouds in the sky. Well, that brings us to the end of this short mindfulness practice. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And you can also connect with me on social media. I look forward to seeing you soon.